Why banks fear XRP and how XRP could reach $10 full breakdown. Watch to the end as I explain everything in detail. And don't forget to subscribe to Satoshi Guy. Banks don't fear Bitcoin the way they fear XRP. Bitcoin challenges money itself. XRP challenges the banking system. And that difference is everything. The traditional financial system is slow, expensive, and outdated. International bank transfers can take 3 to 5 days, sometimes even longer. Fees are high, transparency is low, and many countries are still operating on systems designed in the 1970s. In a world where information moves instantly, money is still moving like it's in the fax era. This is exactly where XRP becomes a serious threat. XRP was created to solve one major problem: cross-border payments. Today, when a bank wants to send money from Nigeria to the US or from Europe to Asia, it uses a system called SWIFT. But here's the truth most people don't know. SWIFT does not actually move money. It only sends messages between banks. The real settlement happens later through multiple correspondent banks. That means delays, high costs, currency conversion losses, and massive inefficiency. XRP works differently. XRP can settle transactions in 3 to 5 seconds with extremely low fees directly on the blockchain. No middlemen, no correspondent banks, no waiting, just instant global value transfer. This is why banks fear XRP. Right now, banks hold trillions of dollars in nostro and vostro accounts just to enable international payments. This is dead capital. Money that sits idle, doing nothing, just waiting to be used for settlements. If XRP succeeds, banks will no longer need those accounts. That money gets released, and XRP becomes the bridge currency for the entire world. That is not a small upgrade. That is a complete shift in financial power. Why XRP is dangerous to banks? It removes intermediaries. Banks make huge profits from transaction fees. XRP cuts out most of those layers. It makes money move faster. Speed means efficiency. Efficiency means lower profits for outdated systems. It creates transparency. Blockchain leaves a public record. Banks prefer closed, opaque systems. It globalizes finance. Anyone, anywhere can send value instantly without permission. If XRP becomes the standard settlement layer for global finance, banks lose their monopoly over cross-border money flow. That is why they resist it, slow it down, and lobby against it. Not because XRP is risky, but because XRP is too efficient. How XRP could reach $10. For XRP to reach 10, it does not need hype. It needs utility. Trillions of dollars move across borders every single day. XRP has a limited supply. If even a small percentage of global remittance and bank settlement volume flows through XRP, demand will explode. Price is not driven by retail investors. Price is driven by liquidity needs. If institutions start using XRP at scale, the price must rise to handle the volume. This is simple economics. More usage equals more demand. Fixed supply equals higher price. If XRP becomes a bridge asset for just 5 to 10% of global payments, 10 is not crazy. It is actually conservative. Current price, $1.5. What happens in the bull run? At around $1.5, XRP is still massively undervalued compared to its potential role. In a normal bull market, XRP could easily revisit 3 to 4. With strong momentum, $5 to $7 is realistic. With real adoption and regulatory clarity, $10 becomes possible. The difference between $3 and $10 is not speculation. It is real-world usage. Price prediction by end of 2026. Let's be realistic, not emotional. 3 scenarios. Bear case, slow adoption. XRP, $3 to $4. Base case, steady growth. XRP, $6 to $8. Bull case, mass adoption. XRP, $10 to $15. If banks fully integrate XRP into their systems, the long-term price could go much higher. But by the end of 2026, a strong, realistic target is $8-12. The real reason people underestimate XRP, most people think crypto is about memes, hype, and quick profits. XRP is not built for that. XRP is built for infrastructure. You don't see roads making headlines every day. But without roads, nothing moves. XRP is trying to become the road system of global finance. Infrastructure feels slow because it is invisible. But once it is built, it lasts for decades. Final thought. Banks fear XRP because it threatens their business model. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's too good at what it does. If XRP achieves its mission, global settlements become instant, trillions in locked capital get released, financial power shifts from closed institutions to open networks. And when that happens, $10 will not feel expensive. It will feel cheap. Watch to the end, stay patient, think long term, and don't forget to subscribe to Satoshi Guy for more real crypto insights.